Hello, Aries. So there is a reason that there's a dog sitting with me. I felt moved to do this video, Aries, and I'm training the pup, and she wants to be with me. So I'll let her sit with me in the energy, and hopefully she just lays down and calms down. However, this is going to be a timeless plug-in for Aries, a general collective of Aries and Moon Rising. Please keep in mind we all have a first house part of our birth charts. Okay, and this is what you need to know right now. So I'm going to grab a little something from my real life oracle deck. Hey, come lay down. And you know what? The puppy being with me means something, Aries. It means that you can roll with the punches. You know what I mean? Sometimes we didn't intend on bringing a dog along, right? But we still want to do whatever it is that we had our mindset to. And it's about accommodating that hiccup or whatever it might be, right? And making the best of our spiritual nature, right? Oh, look at this. I stopped shuffling. Look on the bottom. Best friend with the dog. Oh, look at that. The way we're able to make the most of our moments. She's coming around my chair. She's so funny. Come on, Harper. Come here, come lay down, good baby. So I really feel how you have this kind of an energy when you want to, Aries, when you want to, but that's where your power is really advantageous because people want to be around you. They want to listen to you. They want to please you and be on the same page. So I've got a couple cards for you here, and I'm going to grab a few more as I get this message for you, Aries. Yes, life still moves forward even when there's hiccups to the plan or whatever it might be. And I feel like you yourself are able to kind of roll with that without getting so disheartened. You know, that's really important, Aries. Wow, interesting cards you have here. And we're going to get one more from the numerology. Spirit, what does Aries need to hear for the numerology cards? You're such a good baby, Harper. Oh boy. And this one. Okay, so listen here, Aries. The first card that you have is Superiority Complex. Okay, so this card indicates that someone may have even the most loving intentions, but trying to control a situation or other people. Okay. And this could be someone else trying to control you and your path and your plan and whatever else. Or this could be you inadvertently trying to control other people or micromanage a certain situation that is truly beyond your control, and it should be. So recognizing when you may have overstepped your bounds. We all have our own unique paths. And sometimes we love people so much that we want them to avoid all the pitfalls. So we, request or demand that they not do whatever X, Y, or Z is that they're, feeling inclined to do. And in essence, their soul is desiring to follow that path, and we want them to learn from our mistakes. So I can see here how sometimes paths shift, and it's important to recognize that no one is above or below, superior or inferior, knowledgeable versus gullible here. Like I feel something like this, like at times there have been people, maybe Aries, who've made you feel like you're not as quick as everyone else, or not as tough as everyone else, or not as wise with making your own decisions, or whatever this could be. Like those people then have some aspect of control over you and receive their power in that way. Okay, so this could go way back, or it could be a pattern that's newly in your life. Okay, but I kind of feel something like this here, where you might not think the highest of yourself because you've gotten that misinformation from the outer world at some point. Okay, and that is just not the case. Sometimes people just want to control us because it makes them feel powerful and they like to keep us down. All right, but you are not to be kept down here. You also have by the book. Okay, so no one knows better than you what your path holds and should involve. And by the book indicates that making sure that you're doing everything legally, by the rules, attending to your obligations, dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's. This could involve legal paperwork or attorneys or lawyers, or it could involve inheritance or alimony. Like this is somewhat like the justice card, but a little bit more so. It's a call for balance and fairness and diplomacy and equality, and making sure that everything is correct on all sides. So you've got to do your part with integrity and hold others to doing their part too. There's a certain standard we all need to live by. These eyes are watching to make sure that everyone is doing things the right way. Now, that doesn't mean it's one way, my way or the highway, right? This is an upstanding card, okay? And I really feel how it's important to go by your moral compass here, and within the confines of your 3D life. Aries, you have invisible showing up for you, which it's funny because you have the superiority complex, which indicates that maybe sometimes all eyes are on you, right? And then right here, there are eyes on the card, but invisible indicates that you may not feel very seen at times. Okay, so I kind of feel, Aries, like in some places you feel strong and confident and assertive, some areas of your life. And then in other areas, maybe you do feel invisible, not quite seen, valued, cherished, not quite able to contribute in the ways that you would like. Maybe you clam up, freeze up. Maybe you're not well received, or whatever this could be, okay? This invisible card indicates that the divine sees you and sees all of your efforts, all right? And those places in which you would like to be seen, get ready, okay? Because it's time for you to step into that. I don't want to say limelight, because it's not like you're suddenly going to have fame and fortune. It's just like you're going to be noticed, and allowing yourself to be noticed is a key part of opening up to a new level of connection and attachment with other people. Okay, you don't just get to cover your ears and your eyes and pretend that you're not there so that you don't have to be involved and help with certain things or whatever this could be. It's time for you to show up and really be present in your life and for other people, with other people, and not to be shy or scared about being seen for who you are, because that's a beautiful thing. Okay, I can see here you might have hesitancy, Aries. The card is number 36, differences. So you can see a black cat and a white cat here, okay, and a couple different pieces of fruit, an apple and a lemon, it looks like, and those are two, maybe it's an apple and an orange, okay, but two very different fruits, two very different looking cats, right? 3 and 6 is kind of like, it's adding up to the number of 9, which is the number of completion, but 3 speaks about the catalyst for changes in our life, and 6 is the number of love. So recognizing that you are this, you and others in your life, even those who frustrate you, even those who you don't feel very common with, have much in common with. I feel how it's important to understand that we are all just human beings who want to be loved, who want to be seen, and some people play by their own rules, and that might make them a little bit triggering to you, Aries. All right. But I really feel how it's important to agree to disagree and stand in your own truth and in the light of who you are. All right. Because it's all right to be different, and it's all right to accept others' differences. That shows them how to accept yours, and to be authentic themselves without fear of reprisal, right? You could be the one who does this for people in your life and opens that new doorway of acceptance of many, like I really feel here. So the other card to come for you is number 47. So 4 and 7 is about stability and truth, and it adds up to the spirit angel number 11. 11 is a divine number of spiritual awakening. So I feel how Aries is awakening to new patterns of witnessing life and allowing others to have their own paths. And even if their paths seem like it's running them into a wall, that's not your decision. You focus on your path and your life and what you have going on. And by up-leveling yourself and doing the best that you can do, that opens the pathway for others to up level and excel in their ways in their lives. But it's a choice in their hands, and you cannot make it or force them. You must allow it to be what it is and not let it taint you or your journey, Aries. So balance is the card. Such a good girl, such a good baby. I love you. Balance is the card. It has been chaotic for you recently. Make sure to keep yourself balanced between your feminine and masculine energies. Pay attention to where your wounds are coming to the surface. Wow, look at that. It's like a yin and yang with like waters and trees, land and ocean, whatever, sky. That's crazy. When it says balance between the feminine and masculine, it brings me back to this here. This feels like a very assertive, dominant masculine card, and it's watching. And this is the feminine card that's pulling in a way. And I feel how there's a balance necessary here. This is also a card of imbalance, and this is a card of making peace with the imbalance. Now, what you have here, listen here, Aries, you've got two that came out from the numerology deck here for you. The card number 41, self-discipline. All right, self-discipline. And the card is actually kind of like red and green, but it looks a little orangey on the screen. However, red is root chakra, and 41 speaks to like your foundation, right? 4 is the number of your foundation. The 4 corners are the anchors that you have to build on top of, right? And 1 is about you and what's right for you, and green is the heart chakra. So I really feel how some of the decisions that we make in our life aren't easy. Maybe we don't want to give up gluten or smoking or that toxic relationship. Maybe we don't want to outgrow the familiar and step into the big scary unknown, and who knows, find out we're nobody at all, right? Yeah, who I feel here how it's important to recognize when it's challenging to make decisions that are the best for your life, yourself, your path, maybe even your people, right? It's challenging, but there's a thread of self-discipline that you must embody and know why you're doing what you're doing so that you can be in alignment with the positive intention of seeing it through. Now, the other card you have is number 56, relationship change. Now, the card is blue, and the lighter blue speaks about throat chakra, which is our communication center. The green, again, heart chakra. Hello. The number 5 is about change, and 6 is about love, changing the way you love people, changing the relationship that you have with people that you love. How do we do this? By communicating openly. If we feel that this is something worth saving or worth healing, right? Is there something better that we could be doing here? Could we be kinder to one another? Could we be more loving to one another? Could we spend more time together? Could we do more things together? Could we go out, right? What are the things that we need? What are the things that you need, Aries? Speak on it. No one in your life is a mind reader, okay? You're the one who knows what you need in your relationships. And I feel here how the relationship change, I'm not saying Aries is leaving, okay? But this by the book could be actual legal paperwork. However, I feel so much more that Aries is going to take up Aries' own energetic space, and other relationships are going to begin to take up their own space in Aries' life, right? To complement one another, not to overshadow or imbalance anything. Aries is going to rein it in and stop over giving into areas where others should be putting in their effort. And that is as it should be, okay? But again, no one knows better than anyone else. It's about growing and healing together, being the best versions of who you are together so that you can manifest the best life path that you're walking on together, right? And this could be across the board. Aries, I feel like this is not just in one area. It's like an up leveling across the board, home with family, with friends, partners, children, parents, whoever. Now on my life. Why? Because I'm not getting any younger. And I believe that there's a possible hope out me and for those that I love, and be a healthy role model and keep putting one foot in front of the other and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It's there for you. Is that you've got to do the good things that you're supposed to be doing, but you've also got to those negative in yourself or in other people. All right. When we don't do these things, they become habits that get swept under the rug, and then nobody gets better, right? But when we're an uncomfortable conversation been bothering us or that does go on that bothers us, when we're brave enough to have that loving conversation for the greatest good of everyone involved, that is when the light comes in. That's when healing occurs and the energy moves. Aries, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything from me. I thank you so much. And drop a comment. Let me know how it resonated. And say hello to Harper. Until the next one, I send you all love.